Hi, everybody. It's good to be visiting in your house again today. So happy to be seen by you, and I look forward to the day when I can see you in person. Hey, you might wonder what this half-gallon of ice cream's doing sitting here. Well, I wanted to talk to you for a minute about ice cream. I'm a vanilla guy. That is, I like vanilla ice cream. And I married a lovely person who happens to like chocolate ice cream better than vanilla. I wonder if you have this challenge in your home. Vanilla versus chocolate. It works with cake too. I like vanilla cake. Amy likes chocolate cake. Various of my children have different feelings. Some like the vanilla more, some like the chocolate. One kind I don't really care for, and you might feel differently than me about this, is what's called Rocky Road ice cream. I hate Rocky Road ice cream. You know why? I just don't like the uncertainty of there all of a sudden being something crunchy in my ice cream that I have to bite down on it. I like my ice cream to be smooth and simple, and I like it to just melt in my mouth. That's my favorite kind of ice cream. I really don't like Rocky Road, and I don't like to put things that crunch in my ice cream either. Very frustrating to me to have something that I have to bite into. Sometimes in life we have a rocky road too. This morning, in my devotion for our families, I literally rode my bike down the road, and the camera was shaking back and forth, up and down as I was going my way, and as I was talking to the kids. I wanted to talk to them about rocky roads today too. And I want to focus on the same passage that I did with them, but I want to spend a little more time on it with you. Hebrews chapter 11 says this, "Now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see." This is what the ancients were commended for. And then they go on and they talk about various of the patriarchs, Old Testament personas, who had faith that they were able to hold on to what they couldn't see and trust in God to provide. For instance, it says, by faith Abel offered God a better sacrifice than Cain. By faith he was commended as a righteous man when God spoke well of his offerings. By faith Noah, when warned about things not yet seen, built an ark to save his family. By faith Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. By faith, Abraham, even though he was past age and Sarah herself barren, was enabled to become a father because he considered him faithful who had made the promise. All these people were living by faith when they died. They did not receive the things promised. They only saw them and welcomed them from a distance. And they admitted that they were aliens and strangers on earth. I love that last line, even as it talks about those who grabbed hold of something even before it was theirs. Sometimes they didn't even see it in their lifetime. It says this, they didn't receive the things promised, they saw them and welcomed them. Rocky roads are very frustrating. We don't know what kind of pitfalls we're going to hit, even from moment to moment. The day's highest joy could be eclipsed by something just awful that happens in the middle of the greatest day. Maybe you are having your first child and you find out your father has cancer. That's what happened to me. My first baby was born, and 2 weeks later, the week of my baby's baptism, when Rebecca was baptized, one day earlier we had celebrated my dad's funeral. Unbelievable how these things sometimes happen. Rocky road. God promises that he is a God of promise and a God of deliverance, that he will care for us whenever our road gets rocky and difficult. We don't know where this whole coronavirus thing is going to go. You and I are in the dark. It's a rocky road. The doctor this morning on television made a prediction that we might have between 100,000 and 200,000 deaths. And that's just staggering to me. I went out to the grocery store today and I felt that awkward dis-ease of of reaching down and picking things up. I had a mask on, I had gloves on, I was protecting myself, and I was certainly keeping social distance, but still there was this awkwardness and this uneasiness about, maybe I'm going to bring this home. Do I need to sterilize all my groceries? So many things to think about. But we know, as did Abraham, as did Noah, as did Abel, as did all the Old Testament patriarchs who looked forward to the Christ who was to come, we know that God has unlimited love for us. And his love for us can eclipse those rocky roads and enable us to see through them with faith, to look from a distance and believe that God is going to fulfill his promises, that God's going to work out all things together for the good of those who love him. We certainly saw it happen with our Lord Jesus, and we certainly think about that as we head into this Palm Sunday and Holy Week. We think about the Jesus who on Sunday rode into the city of Jerusalem and was hailed as a great king, and who on Friday gave up his life on the hardwood of a cross in agony. And then 3 days later rose from the dead. Talk about a rocky road, but that rocky road produced salvation for you and me. Heaven, it's our destiny. Can we grab hold of it even before it's ours and believe that it will happen? I think we can through faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. Hey, I pray you have a great day today. We will see you again tomorrow. Vanilla, it's the best.